Well, it's Margaret and Tinkerbell at large again. And I was just thinking the other day, somebody was talking to me about they had never read the whole complete unabridged story of Peter Pan. And Peter Pan was one of their favorites. So I got to talking to them and telling them a little bit about Peter that you read in this wonderful book. Isn't that nice? I like this one. And it's about Peter, and he is sometimes not a very nice lad. This is the book that the picture that I put in with it, which I signed. I signed this book too. By the way, it's available on my website, which is tinkerbelltalks.com. So this is the part where he is in the nursery and he realizes that he might be able to get Wendy to come to Neverland and be their mother. And he's being so clever about it. And the way he looks, it's described here by James M. Barrie that he gets this look on his face and Wendy should look out. And he says, oh, come on, Wendy. You could be our mother. You could make pockets for us. We've never had pockets before. And she's getting all excited about going to Neverland. And then he says, and then you could tell us how about Cinderella. And, oh, yes, I know all about Cinderella. And then she gets very excited about going. And she said, only if I can take John and Michael. But I don't know how to fly. And he said, I'll teach you how to fly. Well, that settled the whole thing because he was being very cantankerous. He was not the sweet little boy that we think of. And so you can learn that in reading the whole unabridged James M. Barrie book, which was written in 1911, maybe 6 years after he did the stage play. And have you ever heard of the fact that Wendy grew up? Yep, right back here. And let's see whether I could show you. I think I can. Come on, book. Turn the page. Come on, book. It's going to turn the page. Well, it's not going to turn the page for me. It turned the page for me. Can you see? Those are the beautiful prints that are in this book. And there's Wendy, and there, you know who that is? That's her daughter, Jane. And Jane is the one, when Peter comes back years later and wants to take Wendy back to Neverland to clean the place. And she said, I can't, I don't know how to fly. And he said, why don't you know how to fly, Wendy? And she said, because, Peter, I've grown up. And he falls down and cries, just has a terrible time. And little Jane says, Mommy, can I go? I can go with Peter. I'll be back in a week. I can clean it. Oh, please, Mommy, please. And then, I'm not going to tell you what happens. Read the unabridged James M. Barrie, Peter Pan. You could get it in your library. You could get it at my website, Tinkerbell Talks. You could get it at Barnes & Noble. You can get it a lot of different places. Mine, I sign for you and then give you an extra picture. So you will love finding out what the real story about Peter Pan is. And I won't leave without saying, with the help of Tinkerbell, of course, it's faith and it's trust. And yes, it's a whole bunch of pixie dust. See you again.